Okay, looks like everything's up and running, I hope. Okay, so here we are in Elite Dangerous. Just on a whim, I decided I'm going to go off on an expedition to the easternmost point in the galaxy. So, what does that mean? Let's have a look at the galaxy map. I am here in what is known as the bubble. Okay, that is all of inhabited space in the game. In reality, scientists think that there are approximately 400 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy. And in the in-game galaxy, there are approximately 400 billion stars that you can actually go and visit. Each little tiny dot is a system with at least one star, probably more, and probably with planets. And you can go and visit each one of them. And if there are planets, you can probably land on them. So if we zoom out, okay, that's the furthest we can zoom out, but we are here in this area. Over here is the center of the galaxy, and somewhere there is Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. This place is approximately 27,000 light years away, so we are approximately 26 or 27,000 light years from the center of the galaxy. In the past, I have gone to the northernmost point. I've been to both of these. I've been to the west, to here. I have been to both of these, southernmost point in the galaxy. I've been to the highest spot and the lowest spot in the galaxy, but I've never been to the easternmost point. So that is the goal of this expedition, at least one of these two systems here, which, according to everything that I can find online, they are the easternmost points. So let's find out, where are we? Never mind. So actually, let's have a look at approximately how far this is. 44,321 light years, which in a direct line, of course, but I'm not going to go in a direct line. Probably, actually I haven't decided yet. I'll take a curved path along here, or to get closer to the galactic core and come in from this way. I've been to Sagittarius A before, been to Colonia a couple times. So anyway, that's the great plan over the next, I don't know, however long it takes. Days, weeks, months, who knows. I'm going to be doing this on my main account, because this is the account that's done all the other trips. So I want to complete the compass points. To do this, my first trip I was in an Anaconda. Second trip I was in an Asp Explorer. So this trip I'm going to go in my I can't remember. Great Phantom, that's it. I can never remember the names of these ships. So if we have a look in here, I have no hard points. There's nothing to shoot at out there. Do not need weapons at all. Utilities, single double engineered heatsink launcher, just in case I jump between a star or get really hot. Core internal lightweight alloys, of course. There are 4A power plant. I don't need much power, got no weapons. This is modified, it's low emissions, help keep cool. 5D thrusters with grade 5 clean drive tuning. Grade 5Ds are the lightest. Okay, the number is the size, the D is the rating. A D rating is the lightest available. I have a double engineered 5A FSD. Life support, power distributor, I haven't done anything to. Sensors are standard, and fuel tank, of course. In optionals, I have a 6A fuel scoop, of course. The Guardian frame shift drive booster, but it's a mouthful. An AFMU vehicle hangar with 2 scarabs. Shield generator, which I didn't get around to engineering. Repair limpet in case I bump into something. Cargo rack for limpets. Repair limpet controller, so it needs limpets. Double engineered surface scanner, docking computer, because when I come back I'm going to probably have forgotten how to dock properly. And this comes standard in every ship. Planetary approach. And there's my 2 scarabs. I'll use those to drive around. Hopefully I don't need 2. I should only need 1. In fact, I am tempted, now that I think about it, I wonder, do I have any? I don't think I do. Ooh, I do. I've never needed 2 scarabs. Never. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap that for this. Then I'm going to swap places with that. And now this cargo rack I'm going to replace with a bigger anti-corrosion cargo rack. Now there's 1 scarab, that's better, I think. Yeah, because really, I've never needed more than one scarab. I have never lost a scarab exploring. Yeah, I just don't do silly things when I'm out exploring. Alright. So that is it. I don't think I need anything else. No, I was thinking of taking a single limpet or maybe two of them, but I can synthesize them if I need them. So I don't need to take them with. And that is that. And now I need to decide what kind of a route I'm going to take. I think here seems okay. Now there we go. Each of these little dots represents a star system that I can go and visit. That one, just as good as any other. That's 130 jumps away, and it's almost 9,000 light years. Which is probably good enough for now. So I'll probably go sort of like this way, make a curve towards there. On the way, I will be doing some surface prospecting. I'm low on a couple of raw materials, so I may as well do that while I'm on planet surfaces. I'll also be doing lots of exobiology. So if we look here, my exobiologist rank is ecologist. If I remember correctly, there's one more rank above this, and then comes elite. So then I will have 4 elites. Combat explorer, trade, and then there will be exobiologist. With mercenary, I am gunslinger, and I think there's like 3 ranks above this, maybe 4, I don't remember. And also, from memory, each discipline has a total of 10 ranks, from 0 to hero. So, there's a couple of things I want to achieve on this trip. Alright, so let's get on with it. We'll say goodbye to my fleet carrier. I have yet to fly very much in this ship, so this will be a very good way to find out any shortcomings it may have, what it's good at, what it's not good at. In terms of jump range and general things about the ship, current jump range 71 light years. These other things I'm not too worried about. Like I said, I'm not going fighting or anything. The only thing I should be a little bit concerned with is kinetic resistance. If I bump into an asteroid or come to land on a planet's surface a little bit too hard. So, armor and shield kinetic resistance. Those are basically my only things that I'm even a little bit concerned about. I'm not concerned, but these are the only things that matter for this trip. Okay, let's just okay, here goes the first jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
And we're off.
All systems check out. No unusual activity. Scanning now. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, that fuel scoop is pretty important. No one wants to hang around to start filling up with fuel. Not at all. And I wonder, pretty sure this close to the bubble, everything will be explored. Now, how do I see? Ah, yeah, there we go. Discovered and mapped long since. I would have been very surprised.
Frameshift drive charging.
So if we do about 10 or so jumps, and then I'll start to worry about whether there's undiscovered systems.
Interstellar travel mode engaging.
Generally, systems that have names are inhabited and also therefore have long since been discovered and mapped. There's nothing for me to discover there.
Hyperspace. Checking systems.
Scanning for information.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Let's see.
Frameshift drive charging. Leaving system. Scanning for anomalies. None.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Now, with a name like that, this could potentially be the first undiscovered system. I doubt it's been I doubt it's undiscovered. Only like 3 jumps away, but it's not inhabited. Oh, that I'm pretty sure of.
Frameshift drive charging. Adjusting for jump. Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are...
Affirmative, stand by.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Let's have a quick look. Only 2 stars. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. Course adjustment. Maximum velocity engaged. Exit destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Another double system. Okay. Next.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'd be very surprised to find anything
Jumping
worth
to next
exploring
system.
before at least 10 jumps. And that's only like 700 light years, probably less.
Acknowledged.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I am using some what they called companion apps, which are third-party applications that give me a lot of information about the systems I'm going through. The main one is called ED Discovery, Elite Dangerous Discovery. That gives a wealth of information about the systems that I'm going to. It also is also linked to a database. So this is made from other commanders playing the game and using the same app. We all contribute to the same database. So this app tells me for each system whether it's been discovered or not. I'm also using Elite Observatory. I've never used it before. I actually don't know what it's going to do for me, but it's going to help me with exploration and exobiology. And I'm using SRV Survey, which is going to help me mostly with exobiology when it comes time to finding and scanning 3 samples of each plant that I might find on a planet. So I'm looking forward to finding out how they work and if it's worth having them running.
Frameshift drive charging. Vectors. All systems check out. No unusual activity.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, so that was my 11th jump, and every system has been discovered so far. So I reckon maybe by the 20th jump I might have a small chance of finding something that is not discovered. And then I'm going to switch a few things up on the galaxy map. So that I reduce the jump range, so that it'll take me more jumps to reach my destination. And I'm also going to increase the types of stars that I can jump to, because at the moment I am probably set to only jump to systems where there's a scoopable star where I can get fuel. That will preclude me from finding some of the more exotic kinds of star systems. But it will also increase my chances of running out of fuel. Not too worried about it, because there will be lots of stars around. So what will happen, it'll just jump to the next star, whatever star type it is. And it is possible that I will jump to, I think I can go 4 or 5 stars before my fuel tank is empty. But if I jump to 4 or 5 stars in a row that I cannot scoop from, that I cannot get fuel from, then I could run out of fuel, and that won't be good.
Frameshift drive charging.
So at the moment, every star that I jump to will be scoopable, because that's how I've set it up in the galaxy map.
Scanning now.
Fuel scoping.
I'm also using an app called Voice Attack.
Complete.
I can use that to give voice commands to my ship. And it also automates a couple of tasks, like scanning after every jump, things like that. So this system has only one star. Let's see. Yeah, discovered and mapped, of course.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's get up to 20 jumps, far from where I started. That's not 20 jumps from the edge of the bubble, because I didn't start from the edge of the bubble. So I'll be about, should be 10 jumps minimum from the edge of the bubble, which is about 700 light years. So that might be far enough to switch over.
Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift now engaged. No anomalies detected. Key systems are at optimal levels. Readying for exit now.
Scanning for information.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Let's have a look. No. Yeah, that's something I want to rack up a lot of. That's first footfall. I've already got a lot of first discovered and first mapped at various places in the galaxy. But first footfall, I've actually yet to do my first one. I've actually yet to find a planet, an undiscovered planet, and be the first to set foot on it. So yeah, I think I can. Can I? Do I have one? Uh, Whoops. Is this one of mine? Let's see. Oh. No, I didn't even discover this. Why is this bookmark here? Ah, okay. I've been there. Was it this one? No. I thought I had a bookmark of something that I had been, I had discovered first, but apparently not. What about that? Oh, I haven't been there yet. Gee, one of these days I'm going to have to go through my set of bookmarks and tidy them up. Nah, I give up.
Frameshift drive charging. Interstellar travel mode engaging now. Maximum velocity. Temperatures are at an acceptable level.
Okay.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yep. Not mapped, but all discovered.
Frameshift drive charging. Course adjustment.
This will be jump number 17.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Vectors.
Actually, I'm just looking now. I am miscounting. This is jump number 18 of
Hull integrity
today,
is within
and
limits.
not from
All
my
other
fleet carrier. I
systems
made a
are
few jumps from where I was to my fleet carrier
Adding information to
before I
database.
started streaming. So from my fleet carrier, this is the 13th jump, if my maths is correct.
Frameshift drive charging.
adjusting for jump.
Adding information to database.
System scan complete.
See, this star is not scoopable. I thought I had filtered those systems. Maybe I didn't.
Frameshift drive charging.
Maybe they changed the algorithm?
Leaving system. Frameshift now engaged.
If I remember correctly, when I first started playing Elite Dangerous, like 5
All
years
systems
ago,
check out.
no more,
No unusual
don't remember,
activity.
7 years ago,
Scanning now.
the
Fuel scooping.
route would plot
System
um,
scan complete.
scoopable stars as much as it could,
Fuel scooping
but if it
complete.
couldn't, then it would plot to unscoopable stars. But they, and again from memory, I think they changed that in one of the updates. They broke that, so that didn't work anymore. So let's do a couple more jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
Then we'll go to the galaxy map and have a look.
Course adjustment. All systems check out. No unusual activity.
Okay.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay. So let's have a quick look at the system. Okay, let's not.
Frameshift drive charging.
Interstellar travel mode engaging now. Frameshift now engaged. No anomalies detected. Hyperspace. Checking systems now.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
This Crate Phantom feels a little bit sluggish compared to the Diamondback Explorer that I was flying in mostly until now. Let's have a look. Okay, so these are all discovered. Okay, when it says unexplored, this means I have not explored it. Obviously, someone else has explored it. I've seen this name before. Validating. Okay, let's go and change things up in the galaxy map. If I can remember, let's go to economical. First of all, and here, star type, all of them are selected. Yeah, so that's good. I think. How do I make it? Whoops. Not system, galaxy.
Frameshift drive charging.
I might have to plot a new route to make it, to change it from, to change it to economical.
Vectors.
Let's see.
Key systems are at optimum levels. Ready?
Scanning now.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, so have a quick look at the system. And it's economical. Okay, so I can. Oh,
Affirmative, Commander.
bugger. See, the fastest routes, that's the max jump range for each jump. I can plot a route up to 20,000 light years, but economical only 1,000. This destination that I chose is now 7,687 light years away, which means I cannot plot to it with economical. Which means I have to go back to where I am and plot a new route. Maybe we'll go down a little bit. No. Okay, that'll do. Route unavailable. Bugger. Alright, let's go back up. No. Why? Uh-huh. Okay, so we'll go down here. Because everybody, well, most people, when they're traveling, go in a straight line. Whereas I am not traveling, I am actually exploring. So, and what I mean by they go in a straight line, they start at the level where they were at and they continue wherever they're going. They travel in the same plane, more or less. They don't go up, don't go down, they go directly to wherever they're going. Sag A or Colonia, wherever. And therefore, chances of stars already having been discovered are pretty high, or much higher than if you go off the beaten track and choose a different path. Okay, so now the difference being the maximum at fastest route, it'll try to jump to the maximum range that the ship can jump to. So this ship, I have a jump range of 71 light years. And it'll try to jump as close to that every jump to get there the fastest. But this route chooses the from star to the next closest star. And this uses less fuel than a big jump. So if I jump 70 light years with like one big jump, it'll take, I think, like 5.5 tons of fuel. But if I go to automatically and make 7, 10 light year jumps, so I'm jumping to the same place but taking more jumps, I'll only use like 3 tons or something like this, 2 or 3 tons. I will use less fuel even though it's more jumps. Counterintuitive, but that's how it works in the game. Now I'm not going to go 43,000 light years to the easternmost point of the galaxy, 10 light years at a time. So I'll do a stretch of this and then I'll probably switch back to maximum. Or if I don't find lots of undiscovered systems, I'll switch back, jump a bit more and switch back to economical. So
Frameshift drive charging.
off we go again, but sort of downwards this time.
Jumping
and
to
see
next
what happens.
system. Key systems are at optimum levels. Ready.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
Nah, nothing there. Let's go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Suggesting for jump.
Adding information to database.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Body's 1. That means the star. That's no good.
Frameshift drive charging.
Scanning for information.
Fuel scooping complete.
Uh-huh. Let's have a look. Already discovered. Yep. Actually, you know what I should do? Is I'm still more or less in the same plane. I haven't gone down very far. So what I should do is go back down to endpoint, choose that, choose recalculate. Let's get down there, and then I can start.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll only be 400 or so light years from the plane that the bubble is in, but we'll see.
Leaving system.
Scanning now.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Let's have a quick look. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Of course, I'm not going to be the first person to have thought of moving away from the plane that most people use, but less people will choose to do
Interstellar
this.
travel mode. Engaging now. Exit destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Scanning for information.
Every year, Frontier Developments, who are the publishers of this game, developers and publishers of this game, publish statistics. Relevant one that I'm thinking of now is out of the 400 billion star systems in the game, a total of, I think it's 0.01% have ever been discovered. They've been visited at all by anybody ever. So there's plenty still. It's a really, really tiny percentage. I mean, the game has got tens of thousands of players and it's been going for, I think, 10 years now. And still, is if I remember correctly, it's less than 1%. So it's not like we're going to run out of stars and systems to discover anytime soon.
Vectors.
Scanning for information.
What's going on here?
System scan complete.
Oh, I need 2 again.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
If I remember correctly, the engine that the developers used for this game, and I don't know if they developed it or if someone else does it, they just use it. It's called Stellar Forge.
Adjustment. Hyperspace
And
velocity reached.
they've done their best to try to put as, I think there's like 100,000 real life stars in the game,
Scanning for
so
anomalies. None
you can
detected.
go to, well, Sagittarius, you can go to
Scanning now.
Betelgeuse, you can go to Sirius. There's a whole lot of real stars in the nighttime sky that you can actually see if you go outside and look up on a cloudless night, and in the game you can actually go to visit them. There's about if I remember correctly, there's about 100,000 of these in the game. So that's pretty cool. Anything here? No.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jumping to next system. Maximum velocity. Hyperspace. Checking systems now.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping.
Okay, 15 bodies in this system. Oh, wait a minute, I've got to actually... No, I don't. Then this might be completely undiscovered. Okay. Alright, let's have a look. I did scan, pretty sure. let's just do it again. Okay, now let's see if I still remember how to use this and if it's still set up. Alright, that's the star that we already knew was there, and there's something here. I remember how this works now. Okay, the game lore is that each different kind of body, and that can be a sun, it can be an ice planet, it can be a gas giant, it can be a rocky world, and there's a couple of others. They emit signals at particular frequencies, which is this lower part at the bottom here. So I can see that there are signals here in high metal content worlds, also icy bodies and rocky ice worlds. So, and then you can see there's like a blotchy wave that passes down the screen from the top to the bottom. But where there is actually a body, it leaves a sort of patch of white that doesn't disappear instantly like the wave does. So you can see there's two of them here. So I have to find the center of these and then tune in to the correct signal, and there the actual bodies are displayed for me. And then I zoom in and zoom in again. Okay, now I don't see anyone else's name anywhere, so possibly I have now discovered this body for the first time ever in the game. So eventually this body will have my name on it as discovered by, it'll be Philip Bannor. Now how this works is I am collecting data by scanning these bodies in the system, but at some point I have to get back to civilization and hand in the data, and then I get paid for it, and then my name gets put against it. So it's not instantaneous. If somebody else comes to the system right now and scans it and goes immediately back and hands in that data, it'll be their discovery and not mine, even though I was technically first. Okay, this is not... Okay, there we go. Rocky Ice World. So that's how it works. Ooh, there was something else. Now those little arrows indicate the direction I have to move the scanner to, and they are also an indication of what type of body is there. So, there we go. It's an icy body. Now, if any of these are landable, now, unfortunately, not every single body in the game is landable. In other words, you cannot land on absolutely anything. I mean, obviously, you cannot land on a gas giant or a star. But besides this, they've only programmed, they've only allowed you to land on certain types of bodies. So even if they are solid, I may not be able to land on them. But no, nor can anybody else. That's just a limitation of the game, how they decided to do it. Come on. I'm using a Cytec. Actually, it's not Cytec anymore. It is Logitech X56 HOTAS. And there's a little thumb joystick kind of thing that I'm using to move the aim of the scanner around, and it's not playing nicely with me. While I'm here, you can see in the top right it says resources. These are the raw materials that are available on the planet's surface. So if I can land on this, I will find all of these raw materials on the surface. Actually, let's have a look. No, let's finish scanning first. 3 more to go. Two more. Okay, now this one has 2 biological signals in addition to the raw materials, which means there are at least 2 biological plant species on this planet. So that means it's landable. There's no point putting plants there if you can't go and discover them. And this should be the final one. And
System scan complete.
okay. So I have scanned all 15 bodies. So now let us do that. That there will be no, actually there will be no settlements where I'm going anyway, so yeah, so there are all the bodies. Oh, some of them are far away. So there's the first star, and it has 8 bodies around it, and there's the second star, and it has 5. Okay, let's target the first one. Go and have a look. Now I'm going to go and map this planet, and I'm pretty sure I can remember how it works. I haven't done this for a long time, but when I did lots of it. So we've got to get pretty close. Until the surface scanner icon on the left, sort of the lower left, it's now red. When that turns blue, it will be in range. It's red now because I'm too far. I'm out of range. Now I'm going too fast. There we go. Now I'm the right speed. Now we go into here. Now this body, there's a like a score that you get from doing this. You can use as many probes as you like, but if you do it for this particular body, it says in the lower right, efficiency target. If you do it in 6 probes or less, you get a bonus payout. So if I remember how this works, and I've got a new kind of probe thing. I can't remember what it's called. Surface scanner. So I should need even less. Let's see. I'm going to try for 3. So 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So probes are launched. They go around and impact the surface of the planet. I don't remember how they actually work in the lore of the game.
Surface scanned by 50%.
But yeah,
Surface scan complete.
okay, that was easy. So 3, and this one has 2 biological signals. So how bacterium, and how did I change these? I don't remember. Bacterium and stratum. Those are the 2 species that are present on the planet's surface. Okay. Right, and then we go to the next one. Scan grid. There we go. I'm just adjusting ED Discovery to show me the bodies that I've mapped and the ones that I have not yet. ED Discovery I've got on another monitor, that's why you don't see anything. Now you'll see that this next body is 274 light seconds from me right now, and the time to destination is 2 minutes and falling rapidly as I increase my speed. In this game you should never ever allow the time to your destination to fall below 7 seconds, or you will be unable to slow down in time and you will go sailing past it and have to turn around and come back. In the game, that's commonly referred to as the loop of shame. So again, still out of range. Out of range. Going too fast, so come to a stop, and yeah, 6 probes again. So let's do that. I can explain about this. There's a little sort of bar. There's a pointer, and about halfway along the pointer is a bar comprised of 3 white dashes. If I aim directly at that, put that in the middle of the reticule, the probe will land at the edge of the planet as I look at it from here. If I aim the reticule closer to the center, the probe will land more on the surface facing me. If I go past that reticule thing, it will land on the far side of the body, the part that I can't see. So here is exactly on the edge, here is on the back of it, here is facing me. So what I'm doing is aiming them. Oh, it only took 2. Holy moly, I didn't even need 3. Wow. Okay, this new surface scanner is quite something. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Now I've done 1, so we go to 3. I'm going to go and map everything, then I will come back and land on the interesting bodies. I'm not expecting to get much of a reward for this, except my name. Hopefully, first discovered by, first mapped by, and first footfall. But just to make sure that I've got everything on the ship that I need. If I've really forgotten something major, I can go back to the bubble. It's not too far away, like 20 jumps. Correct my mistakes and come back again. Whereas if I was like 20,000 light years away and then I discovered that I've forgotten to fit something important to my ship, that'll be a problem. So throttle down a little bit so the time to destination never goes below 7 seconds. Also in the game, the closer you get to a source of gravity, the slower you move. So even though I'm not adjusting the throttle at all, I am slowing down simply because I'm approaching something that has gravity. Okay. And only 4 probes. I'm not going to bother with 3. Let's see. I am curious to see how just 1 does.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Wow. 74% with just 1 probe.
Surface scan.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5 is next closest. Something I could explain to those who have not played the game or alright, so that's what the system looks like. This is a diagram of what it looks like. So I've mapped these and I've got those to go, and then we've got to go way the hell out here. 105,000 light seconds to map all of those. Every planet with a crescent like this is landable. Every planet with a blue ring around it has an atmosphere. So I can land on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bodies here and 4 out of 5 down here. However, now where do I set display options? No. Map view. Now this, where am I? I am here. This is how the bodies are actually distributed at this time. So I started 1, 2, 3. Now from here, 5 is the next closest. So it's not really efficient to start at number 1 and go through the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each time I'm going to choose the next closest body that I have not mapped yet. So now I'm going 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm guessing after that will be 4, and then 6, 7, 8. It'll be more efficient, I think, than to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe there's not much in it in this particular system. Let's go over here. Okay, so here I would probably start with 3 and 4. That plus I think means there's obviously 5 bodies in the system. Only 4 of them are displayed, but there's a little plus sign here, and I do remember that from the diagram 2 of them were binary. orbiting each other as they orbit the star. So probably 3, 1, 2, 5. I will go something like that, I imagine. So there's yeah, see, 3 and 4 are binary. Anyway, next is this way. Actually, I'm going to use this opportunity. I'm going to throttle down a little bit. I'm going to use this opportunity to go for a quick bio break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So let's get there. So now I'm at full throttle, and now I'll bring it down to about 75%. Keep at least 7 seconds. I think we get down to about 0.3 light seconds or 0.2 light seconds before it'll allow us to scan the surface. Yep. And 6 probes. Maybe we'll only need 2 again. Let's see. This may not seem like a big deal for a planet of this size, But when you map a gas giant,
Surface scanned by 50%.
you can need
Surface scan
up to, I think it's the most I've seen is 27 normal probes, and that can be a bit tedious. So this would drop it down to like 10, 11, something, I imagine something like that. So big difference. Big difference. And 2 probes, all it took. Wow. Okay. Alright, next. Now we need number 4. Haven't done. And you see now I am still at full throttle. I'm doing 28 times the speed of light, 27, and dropping. I'm not throttling back, it's just that I'm approaching a gravitational source, and that's why it's getting my speed is getting slower. That's just how it works in the game. And throttle back to 75. And so you can actually fire as many probes as you like. The efficiency target is calculated from the number of probes that actually hit the planet by the time it's scanned 100% of the planet. So yeah,
Surface scan complete.
it's done, and then we need 6? No. I think also these blue icons in these 4 bodies also indicate that they are landable. I think that's supposed to represent a landed spacecraft. Yeah, so 4 out of 5 on the bottom. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Something I've never really taken all that notice of before. I just go and scan everything. This is one of the more chill things you can do in the game. Whoops. There's nobody shooting at you, there's no rush, there's no emergency, you just cruise at your own speed, do your own thing. It's quite nice. But it is time consuming. Way time consuming. This one needs 6. I think I can do it in 2 with this new scanner.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Oh, you... Wow, okay. If the scan percentage reaches 90%, it counts as a complete scan. That's one reason I try to concentrate the scan, but I'm more concerned with getting the far side of the planet than the, so if I do miss out like I did, the area that is yet to be scanned is always facing me. Makes it a bit easier. Anyway, have I done 7? No. No, haven't done 7, so that's next. This line you can see running through the middle of the screen from left to right. That's an orbit line. and every body will have its own orbit line. And in the law of the game, these are actually projected onto the canopy of the ship that I'm flying in at the moment. So that's how that works. They're not actually outside in space. It's projection onto the glass of the canopy. Same as the bright yellow destination flag thing and everything else on the screen. I prefer to keep orbit lines on because they also include the exclusion zone, and that is like for a star, actually for anybody, but it's particularly noteworthy of stars. When you get too close to a star, you can get so close that you will... Okay, now I'm in what's called supercruise. I didn't realize I had to explain the 3 modes of transport, or the 3 propulsion systems in Elite Dangerous. There's the first obvious one with normal engines, when you fly around just like in a plane or something like that. That is referred to as normal space. Then there is the next level up, which is what I'm doing now, which is called supercruise. There, that blue ring there, I think, no, never mind, we'll scan this and I will explain a bit further. So I'm just going to aim a little bit more for the rear of the planet, so I go just past the halfway of the reticle, so that if I need another probe, the area that has not been scanned will be more facing me.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Suppose if I... Okay, the next body that's this kind of size, I think I'll try to get it exactly right and see if I can do it in 2.
Complete.
Number 6 we've done. Number 7 we actually need. Number 8 next. So anyway, we're still in supercruise, and the other means of propulsion is actually a jump to another system. So those are the 3 different modes of propulsion in the game. Now that refers back to what I was saying earlier about exclusion zones. If you get too close to a planet at too high a speed, you will drop out of supercruise back into normal space, and you will usually sustain damage to your ship. In the case of planets, if you go slow enough, you can actually go down to the planet's surface if it's a landable planet, without incurring any penalty, without dropping into normal space. It's quite normal. You'll be able to see that later on in this system when I actually visit some planet surfaces. But in the case of a sun or a gas giant, whoops. But particularly in the case of a sun, of course there is no surface to land on, and if you get too close, you will drop out of supercruise and into normal space. Now, to tell where that boundary is, how close is too close, there's an exclusion zone, which is demarcated by a particular kind of orbit line that tells you how close to the sun you are, or where that boundary is relative to you. Long as you stay above it, you're good. You can scoop, do everything else, but go below it, or try to go below it, and you will drop out. Ooh, getting 7 probes. Alright, so this I will do. Let's try. There. And there. That's not going to get me to completion, I'm pretty sure, but I just want to see how much I need after they've done their scan.
Surface scanned by 50%.
82. See, far side is completely covered. So the only open place is facing me, so it's really easy to do. And there we go.
Complete.
So now we have done all of these, and now we go here, and that's quite a way away. Okay, it says the time to destination is measured in days, but obviously it's not going to take us days to get there. As I accelerate, that will be drastically reduced, but it's still going to take a few minutes. Ooh, actually, whoa, stop the bus. I'm not going to go all that way and then come all the way back here to come and land on these bodies here. So I'm going to land on these, get first footfall and all those good things, and then go there. And from there I can just jump to the next system. Now this is an icy body, and we will land on the lighter side. Let's go down here. Land on this. It looks relatively smooth.
Flight engaged.
Actually, from up here everything tends to look smoother than it is. but we will see. Okay. See, you can come down to planet surfaces quite easily. As long as you just take it easy. Touchdown.
Landing gear deployed.
And there we go. Come on. Land. Thank you. Now I actually need to have a look. We are on this planet. How? No organic planetary information. Ah, here we go. What do I need? I need niobium, tin, selenium. Alright, I'm gonna get into my SRV.
Low gravity warning.
There we go. And I'm going to check whether aha. Actually, I need to go here. Where can I see hull structure? I don't think. Okay, what I want to do. Hull structure. I'm going to make it. I'm going to repair it, even though it's not damaged. I'm going to repair it using these. It's going to cost me a little bit, but I can make those back up during this trip, and that will help to protect the SRV from damage. So we do this. There we go. Synthesis complete. Can't see any difference there, but see, now we have a little arrow in the power column that shows that it's been upgraded. Now it's twice as strong as it used to be, which is good. Right, and before I do anything else, change the loadout. Exobiology night.
Drive assist off.
Even though there's no exobiology on this planet, because it's a icy body, or rocky icy body, or whatever, I may as well change sort of into it and not forget about it. And first footfall. Haha. My first ever first footfall. Cool. Alright, so now we get back on board. We can dismiss the ship.
Dismissed.
As you wish.
Can turn that off. Turn on night vision. And ooh, the scanner doesn't look too good. And the surface doesn't. Ooh, wait a minute. We need to turn around. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Now, if you have not played Elite Dangerous, you can see there's a scanner sweeping from left to right. That is indicating objects that I will want to go and investigate. Although it's empty at the moment, which is a little concerning, there should be something, even if it's not interesting to me. It should be showing something. And it will display something that I might want to go and look at in terms of patterns of interference as it sweeps across from left to right. Actually, this is not the best planet for surface prospecting. I usually like to land on icy bodies because they're usually very smooth and you can cover a lot of ground really quickly. This is not particularly smooth, although they all have their bumpy patches in between clear sections, but I am not seeing anything here. Not only am I not seeing any smooth sections to drive on, I'm still not seeing any signals. And that is pretty strange. I'm not seeing any signals at all. And that scanner, the range is a couple of kilometers. There should be something. So you can see those vertical sort of smudges. That's indicating something. Nothing that I want to go and investigate. But the kind of patterns that I'm trying to describe, they look something like that, except they're usually in the horizontal. And they will occupy a section of the sweep. This is not good. Now, actually, I think I am wasting my time here. Recall the ship.
Ship recalled.
Locking on to your signal.
I don't know why it said ship recall cancelled. That's weird.
Approaching pickup point.
What happened there?
Ship recalled.
Ah, there it is. Now it's got to find somewhere relatively flat to land. And it's behind me. Ah, there it is. So now you can see the pattern of interference that my ship makes on the scanner. Now if there was anything else that was interesting, it'll look something like that. That's exactly the kind of thing. It'll look different, but the same kind of thing. A different pattern, but made in the same way. Oops. Oop. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. Every time I get back on board with the SRV will be repaired to 100%. Engines. But it will not be refueled. I will have to synthesize fuel from the resources I have, which again can be picked up on any planet service except this one apparently. That's really weird. Anyway, let's get out of here. Lift off.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3,
So, I got first footfall. That's something, I guess. Oh. So I'm just looking at ED Discovery, and it does not keep track of the fact that I have got first footfall on it. Interesting. Although maybe... Hang on a second. Okay, here it says first footfall. Okay. That's weird. Alright, let's go do the other planets. As I get more practice at this, okay, I should say that the last expedition I went on was before Odyssey. So there was no exobiology, there were no first footfalls. You discovered a system, you mapped planets, and that was it. You were done. There was nothing else to do. Now with exobiology, it's got an extra step, so I need to work out a way to systematically do all of this in an efficient manner. An efficient manner as possible, without wasting time going backwards and forwards. So that might mean scanning, mapping, and immediately landing on every planet that I map before going on to the next one. It's quite strange that the map already says I have the first footfall when I haven't handed in any data. I mean, I was also the first to discover and map everything, but it doesn't say that. But I know from experience that you have to hand the data in. I had assumed that you also have to hand it in to get first footfall. So it's weird that it shows up already. So we've mapped this already. So we'll go to the bright side, come and land down here. second. I want to see. Okay.
Orbital flight engaged.
This looks smoother as well, but we're still like 400, 350 k's up, so it's the smoothest looking part, but no guarantee that the surface will actually be smooth. We will see. What? Dropping too close? This is... What is going on? A7 is an icy body. The same as... What the hell happened there? Wait, I'm not wasting time going
Frameshift drive charging.
75 kilometers. That'll take 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes maybe. But I'm not wasting time. Just do this. That was really weird though. I was going down really slowly. I do not know what happened there. Really don't know. This should have happened. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's the smoothest of places either. Touchdown.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay. Same procedure as before.
Low gravity warning.
Systems. SRV.
Aye, Commander.
Mining. No. Prospecting. Surface. Systems. Okay, what I'm doing is setting up my what's called pips. There are 3 ship systems. Systems, which is shields, engines and weapons. They each have place for 4 pips. So 3 systems, 4 pips, total of 12. But I only have 6 pips to actually fill those 12 positions, but I get to choose their distribution. And I have set up voice attack to set up different configurations by voice, and I'm sure I had set one up that was like that, which is what I wanted. I just couldn't remember what the command was. Anyway, before I forget,
Drive assist off.
first footfall, thank you all. Okay, the scanner is indicating my ship, which is above me and a little bit in front of me, but I'm not seeing anything else. So I'm a little concerned about that. And even if I do, oops, even if I do a full 360 around the ship, I'm not seeing anything. So yeah, I'm not going to waste my time with this. We're going to get right back on board. And like that. We're done here. That's really strange. I don't remember that from before. When I last did this kind of thing, before Odyssey. Again, for those who don't know, Odyssey is like an expansion that was released just after COVID or during COVID. Don't remember. And that introduced the ability to actually go on foot, among other things, but that was the main thing. Alright. Lift off.
Landing gear retracted.
And we've done let's go to 8. We've done 6. We cannot land, so 3 is the next one.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
But anyway, so far so good. I think everything's working as it should. I am a little concerned about the SRV scanner. So I haven't done surface prospecting for quite a while. Way back before Odyssey dropped, I filled up with every single material in the game completely. You don't have infinite storage space, but I filled mine absolutely completely. I had 100% of everything, and that has lasted really well. So all I really need to do now is just top it off again. There's a couple of things that I'm low on, and some others that I need a couple. So I may as well. It's no big effort required. But the fact that I didn't detect anything at all on 2 different planets, that's concerning. That is concerning. Let's go around this side. I don't know why that orbit line is so spastic. That's some kind of a graphical glitch.
Orbital flight engaged.
Let's go down here. See those mountains or hills there? They don't look very nice to travel on at all. Touchdown.
Landing gear deployed.
And you guessed it. Same procedure as before.
Low gravity warning.
Why am I going forward? Alright, let's do this. Get our first footfall. Thank you. $154K. No, let's get back into our SRV. Now this looks more promising. There are signals that you can see in the bottom section of the scanner. That looks more like what I'm used to. So I think we will dismiss the ship.
As you wish.
Orbital navigation system online.
And turn around to 80 degrees or so, which is where we were facing. And this scanner is not picking anything up. I wonder if it's
Standing
worth...
by.
The surface doesn't seem too bad. Let's go for a little ride. Don't need lights. Famous last words about it not being too bad, although, yeah, okay. Still not seeing any signal. Maybe I'm just not remembering correctly. But I'm pretty sure I remember getting something. Yeah, the surface, although not ideal, is better than those ice planets we were on. Icy body. Normally they are. I'd like to land on those because they're smooth. But those were definitely not. .27 Gs. Let's just see. There's nothing that way. Nothing that way. This is not looking good. Not looking good. I need to find out what's going on. I just not remembering how this works? Or have they made a change that, you know, now I have to drive a little bit before I get any signals? I'm just sure I remember it being different to this. Yeah, this off-roading 4x4 crap is not the way to do this. Now I don't know. There's a distortion pattern directly ahead, and it happens to be at exactly 0 degrees. Right, let's do a little circle here. Surely there should be something around. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not doing something that drastically wrong. I mean, this is pretty much what I remember. That signal is still there at 0. But it doesn't look like a signal that I remember. The signals that I remember are things that were actually there were horizontal. These ones are vertical. I don't know. Let's go back to 80 degrees, which is the way that I was traveling, the direction I was traveling in, towards the sun. Let us go a little bit further. Maybe it's also a little bit to do with the fact that now I cannot travel as fast as I usually did on a smooth surface. Maybe my memory of things happening much quicker is based on traveling much quicker. I wish I knew. But this is not encouraging. Okay, let's do another circle. Full 360. See if there's anything out there. systems. SRV is but too responsive. I want to do a nice slow, there we go. Nice slow, slower. Give the scanner a chance to actually scan. I'm not seeing anything in any direction. That 0 degrees thing, I think, is some kind of anomaly, some glitch in the game, or I don't know, something. I don't think there's anything actually there. Alright, we go a few more Ks, we do another sweep, and if it's still nothing, we're out of here. Gotta find out what the hell is going on with this though. I was watching another streamer a while ago. He streams as Rusty Dog, and on his stream I'm pretty sure I remember seeing signals like how I remember them. Maybe I should leave a message in his Discord. Because like I say, I haven't done this since before Odyssey dropped. I've been in an SRV before, of course, but surface prospecting I haven't done in a good long while. So, let me try to explain surface prospecting. Okay, it's all based on the scanner that you can see. Whoops. You'll pick up a signal that goes horizontally across the scanning area, not the full scanning area, like a section of it. And depending on the pattern, the actual pattern that it has, you can tell pretty much what it is. At the moment, I'm looking for meteorites that have fallen down to the planet's surface. I will look. They come in different varieties, and they give different. They give different patterns on the scanner, and you learn to recognize which is which pretty quick. Bugger. And anyway, so based on what you see on the scanner, you just go towards it and go to the middle of the aim for the middle of the pattern, and eventually you'll find it. You just work your way to it. Shoot it. It'll you'll destroy it. It'll drop chunks of ore, materials. You collect them up with your SRV, and that's it. You go on to the next one. It'll also detect surface settlements, ships, landed ships, things of that nature, anything artificial. And you can also tell the difference based on the pattern of the scan. But I I'm seeing diddly squat here. I'm seeing diddly squat in any direction. No, bugger this.
Check recalled.
No, I don't want to waste time. Maybe this is the way to do it, and the frequency of these meteorites has just been drastically decreased, and I've just got to travel a lot further to find one. The SRV doesn't have any modules that you can choose or swap or anything. So you buy the SRV, it has everything you need. So it's not that my scanner's not working properly or something like that. Every single body that you can land on has materials on it. They all do. Oh, and the ship, they've learned to let it land close to you.
I am down.
And here. Okay, so now you can see my SRV took a bit of damage. It's now at 96% hull. That's the lower value in orange. The top value is the strength of the shield, still at 100%. So when I retract the SRV back into the ship, it will be repaired back to 100%. The fuel, as I said before, will not be replenished. That only gets replenished when I land at a station or a settlement. No, only a station. I don't know about settlements. Anyway, so out here I will have to synthesize. It's easy to do. I've got lots of materials for that, and they are plentiful. So it's not an issue.
Drive assist off.
I just wish I knew what the hell was going on here, though. I'd better use the system map. Have I been...
Exiting map.
System map.
Displaying map.
Six, 662. Lift off.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, come on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Got to be above 40 degrees. 40 degrees above the horizon, that is. I'm actually concerned. Right, this next body that we're going to land on is a high metal content world. If this one doesn't have materials, then I really don't know. This one, of all of them that have, this one should. Let's do that. Maybe I've got to load the game in Horizons. Horizons is the game without the Odyssey expansion. But surely not know that surely they don't expect their players. First of all, surely they don't expect their players to switch modes every time they want to surface prospect. And secondly, I'm really sure that when I watched Rusty Dog, he was not in Odyssey. He was not in Horizons. He was in Odyssey. He got out of his ship. He was scanning exobiology. Oops. So this is perplexing, to say the least. I think this is the dark side. So we will go around. Switch modes. Yeah. So we will come in, and this place has some exobiology. So yeah. Let's go and land down here.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oops. Yep. This should be a little warmer, at least. then the... Alright, we'll land on that plateau there. Point 4 Gs. Touchdown. And I can already see some exobiology. Ooh. Alright. Let us... No. Do this.
Low gravity warning.
Why is it... Okay, first things first.
Drive assist off.
First footfall. Thank you. Let's not dismiss the ship just yet. Now there is some biology over there. So we'll go and tag that. There.
Drive assist off.
No. That's it.
Collecting data. Accessing
Okay.
database.
Stratum. Minimum distance between two genetic samples, 500 meters.
Okay, now I've got to find some more of that. I think there's some there. And there. So that is 80 degrees. We'll go there first and then back to the ship. And collect the other on the way back to the ship. So it was at about 80 degrees. I'm sure we'll find it. And I need 500 meters. What is this? Is this 500? I'm looking at the apps that I'm using. Hoping that one of them tells me how far I am from the first sample. But I don't see...
Drive
let's
assist
see,
off.
am I far enough? it was over here. Oh, I don't know. No, I'm not. Okay. I think that over there is some more, and that will be 500. Ah, it is, one of the apps is actually showing me. Okay.
Drive assist off.
Yep. So this.
Collecting data.
Mm-hmm.
Accessing database.
Stratum. Low-lying photosynthetic organisms that bond tightly to the surface of rocks. The body of the organism may be embedded in the rock's subsurface to provide protection from the elements, leaving the tough photosynthetic protoliths
And I
exposed.
think
Their
right over
simple
there is some
proto-evolutionary
more,
nature means
but
that they are a common sight
not
on the
sure
rocky
if we'll
world.
be far enough
Coloration is driven
away.
by a mixture of the mineral content of the attached rock and the absorption
I
spectrum of
think
the nearby
not.
stellar body. Your next sample should be taken from a colony of these over 500 meters from here.
Just under. Alright, anything I see now will be good. I think over there is some. Yep.
Drive assist off.
So we take our final sample of this.
Done.
And we're
Adding
done.
to library. Accessing database.
Stratum tectonicus. A stratum species with a thick rock-like outer shell covered with an irregular lattice of brighter
And
cells that
back
absorb
to the
sunlight
ship.
for photosynthesis.
Ouch.
Drive assist off.
Okay, I'm actually gonna call it here. I might stream a bit later on this evening. There were 2 biological samples here. Yeah, there they are. It says in the top right. I've done 1. There's 1 more to go, and then I've got to do the other planets. And so if you like, you can join me later. Have a good one.